Since Chrisean Rock made headlines with her almost 2-year-old son, Chrisean Jesus Porter, who is still unable to walk, speak, or hold his head up, fans have been concerned. Sis continues to live in denial and is being nasty about it, even though Chrisean's actions during her pregnancy are largely responsible for his condition. Since she first showed him the world, this mess has existed. It began when Chrisean shared a video of herself holding up her infant when he was just 4 months old. She was displaying intense emotion in this video. The people were talking about the joys of parenthood and her child's brilliance, but, well, they were also noticing something else, including the boy's head movements, cat-like screeching, and poor hand-eye coordination, all signs of a medical problem. One concerned person said, "Chrisean Rock is denying Junior. While lying on his stomach, he should be able to hold his head and chest, but he isn't reaching milestones. He also doesn't coo or smile." She went on to say that he is still meowing like this, and that all he can do is detect her unpleasant body odor and the smell of marijuana. Poor hand-eye coordination in a feline. Since she is aware of these blogs that expose her children, I'm starting to think that she is attempting to say things like, "He's so smart, he's so intelligent." Like, girl, he's doing things babies at 1 to 2 months old can do. Not 4 now, of course. Chrisean's supporters swiftly supported her, saying that in the event that her child had a problem, it was entirely hereditary. Since you all know so much about a baby that you don't have, could you please tell me why you all use this app and constantly pretend to be physicians without any degrees? What is the diagnosis for the baby? There is ample proof and evidence that Chrisean did use drugs while she was pregnant. Thus, the rumors concerning Chrisean's substance use throughout her pregnancy are not unfounded. Chan's boyfriend, Blueface, who is supposedly the child's father, even stepped out and expressed his thoughts. Despite your lack of knowledge about that girl, the few TV snippets you see demonstrate that many people have children with exceptional difficulties, and most of them are not caused by alcohol or drugs. Concerning Chrisean Jr.'s health, he said in a prior post, "My son is not healthy because she drank, smoked, and got hit her whole pregnancy. She couldn't even take 1 month off." Let's discuss Chrisean Jr.'s seeming anguish and discomfort, as evidenced by his meowing and weeping sounds. According to the child's exhaustive research on the baby's medical condition conducted online, Chrisean Jr. is exhibiting symptoms of either fetal alcohol syndrome or CRATE. When Crow went live on Instagram a few months ago to counter the criticism directed to her for getting a big tattoo of Blueface's mugshot on her face, folks couldn't help but notice Junior's hysterical sobbing in the background, "Honey." It sounded like the poor infant was having breathing difficulties.
He outside, he's not happy. I'm outside and not happy. So that was the whole, process of okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You're only crying.
That was the loudest cry I've ever heard from a baby. Instead of pausing her live stream to assist her infant, Chrisean was more concerned with keeping that damn face safe after reading a worried mother's post. Charleston White made a video before the baby was delivered, in which he concerned about the untimely birth of Chrisean's unborn child. Despite the fact that it seemed harsh and absurd at the time, it seems that the guy was right to gamble $5,000 that the child would not survive at all, and another $2,000 that the infant would have autism if he survived childbirth.
I want to put up $5,000 that Blueface and Chrisean Rock have a baby. Let's start making bets now. Come on now, I'm calling I got $5,000 that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have a baby. Baby gonna be dumb in the they not finna have a healthy baby. Listen, I got on it right now. I got $2,000. I got a side bet that the baby don't make it. I got a $2,000 side bet that they baby don't make it. Who want to bet? If it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be autistic. Or if it ain't be autistic, it's gonna be a mute baby.
When Quan started sharing live recordings of Junior, people instantly started comparing his facial traits to those of a child with fetal alcohol syndrome. They talked about his small skull, small eye opening, low nasal bridge, and above all, his speech, vision, delayed growth, and low birth weight. That baby's crying sounds like he's screeching, and now you know why. There have been concerns that Chrisean Jr. may be blind due to his eye problem, which is characterized by his fixed focus and lack of eye movements. However, many have written these assertions off as internet gossip, and there is no medical evidence to support them. Crone has admitted that her child's actions are normal for a newborn.
Everything. Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with, what he look like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest. But I like that, bro. You know why? Because all the glory to God, bro. Like, y'all gonna be looking real stupid.
But once again, the recent footage of Junior has raised concerns. For the record, the child is nearly 2 years old. According to a Google search, children at this age are able to identify things, follow basic directions like picking up a toy, run and walk stably, climb stairs, and begin to create 2-word sentences. How does Chrisean feel about this whole situation? She asserts that he's doing well, but a user, Chrisean Rock, really pisses me off because your baby visibly needs some professional help and early intervention, but that would mean admitting to purposely drinking and engaging in unhealthy living during your pregnancy, and she denies that she is to blame for damaging her unborn kid. The issue is that she has been referred to as a mother by Blueface on numerous occasions in public, especially when he publicly discussed Junior's lack of hernia surgery. She has been postponing the surgery and skipping the appointment since she is unfit, but as things stand, she is not the only terrible parent in their relationship. He went to social media to show the world that Crow was a mother. But why did he broadcast Junior's hernia?
Because that blew the internet up.
It was taking too long. It was taking too long.
What was?
The hernia.
For her to get care?
Yeah. Okay. It was taking way too long. I wasn't notified until maybe a week after she had the baby. And then I'm telling her, like, she sent me the picture and I'm looking like, how is this okay for you? Like,
when he posted that, I didn't look at the photo because
let me put my feet up, yo.
You sent him the photo because what? Like, explain.
Because it's his son, y'all. I'm like, he texts my phone about, you doing this, little baby. I'm like, bro, your son is about to go under anesthesia for a big hernia. Can I just at least get a little bit, like, do you care about our son's life right now, bro? Like, this what it looks like. I'm not capping. Can you calm down?
Now, Carissa, Blueface's mother, stepped out and talked about her concerns, or perhaps more correctly, her heartbreak, about the health of her grandson. The question of whether the baby can distinguish between staring at her and into space is raised by her assertion that she was unable to determine when she spotted the boy.
Hard to look at my grandbaby and see that, and that was my first time seeing it.
Oh, God.
And it crushed my heart a little bit, it did. But I love all my kids no matter what I told you, whether they slow, need a helmet, whether they got nappy hair, whether they short, funny looking. I love all my grandkids, but I ain't gonna lie, my first initial thought when I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked at his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt genuinely. badly hurt. But you know what I said? You know what? That's okay. That's okay. If he can laugh and he can cry and he can smile, he can still.
People are asking for support so that this defenseless baby can get the care he needs instead of staying with his mother, who is denying that her child is obviously in need of medical attention.
In fact, blind in both eyes, and that was confirmed by Clarissa Blueface's mom. And I'm telling you, I had to go back and watch the video to when they was in a restaurant, because that's the first thing my mind went to. They was in a restaurant and Chrisean was trying to like feed him mashed potatoes, and he wasn't like grabbing for the spoon. He wasn't even opening up his mouth, and it makes sense now because he could not see anything. Like, it all makes sense. He wasn't even really blinking. Like, he was just straight staring into the distance. And it's just sad. Like, we all knew like something was wrong, even though she did confirm some type of syndrome that causes him to like cry like he's a cat. They did confirm that. At least Clarissa confirmed that. I don't remember Chrisean confirming anything like that. But man, I mean, like, my heart really goes out to this little boy, because his mom was definitely smoking and drinking while she was pregnant. And we all seen her on Blueface and Chrisean little TV show. We seen her on the Bad Girls Club. We seen.
You must now express your opinions on the matter of Chrisean Jr. and his negligent parents, since we have discussed it as thoroughly as possible. The Phi. Next one will see you. The baby's wide-set, distant, and unblinking eyes give the appearance of a fetus, but she refuses to acknowledge this. He needs physical therapy in order to improve his mobility. She requires therapy and is not a good mother. She is wrong when she thinks that his issue will go away with age.